Hi again. Today I want to cover a question that I get asked a lot, which is what's the big deal about Facebook groups? Or should I be using a Facebook group or a Facebook page when I'm thinking about marketing my business? Or how can starting a Facebook group really help with my business? Or is starting a Facebook group the right move for me to help market my business online? And we've covered this topic very briefly in a previous video, but I just wanted to dive into it in a little more depth to help you answer those questions. Now, recently, Facebook has put a lot more oomph behind Facebook groups because Mark Zuckerberg is all about real people finding real problems to finding real solutions rather to real world problems, and he appreciates that we can do this online by actually associating with like-minded people or getting the right people together, the right combination of ideas and energy and whatever. So he's realized that actually Facebook groups can be a a very rich way of actually achieving this. They're a fantastic resource for us to be able to have to provide those real world solutions. So, Facebook are putting a lot of oomph behind groups at the moment. And by that, I mean not only are they promoting groups a little bit more, you might have seen a lot of suggested groups coming up when you're actually on Facebook. So Facebook is finding groups for you and actually running them past you and saying, do you think this would be a good idea for you to join? So they are helping people who run groups get more members. They are also giving people who run groups more tools to be able to run their groups more effectively. And these include tools that allow you to schedule your content in a group, which is fantastic for forward planning. Obviously, within a group, you want to have some real time conversation as well, but being able to schedule and plan ahead and still have a presence where maybe one day you're going to be completely up to your eyes with work or whatever is a fantastic tool. Another recent addition to the Facebook group toolkit, if you like, has been the ability for group owners and group admins to actually ask questions of somebody who requests to join a group. So the person would have to answer the questions before they would be allowed to enter the group. And again, that's a great way of ensuring that you get the right people within your group. So Facebook is giving you tools to help you add content, to help you get the right people in your group, and actually to promote your group without us having to do a thing. They're all just there as new developments from Facebook. At the same time, a lot of big internet marketers have actually shut their Facebook groups. Now, this is a really interesting move. These people have set up groups basically to help grow their business, and that's what we're talking about today. And many of them set up groups maybe 2 or 3 years ago when it wasn't quite as popular as it is today. And what these people have found is actually their groups have grown exponentially, absolutely massively, and sometimes to the point where the groups are no longer manageable or they are actually no longer a fit for the way that these people want to move their own businesses forward, or they are finding that because the groups are so huge that the actual voice of their brand and their business is getting lost and the voice is no longer representing the way that they like to help people. So there are a number of the reasons why recently a lot of the big names have closed their Facebook groups. But that shouldn't be taken as an indicator that that means that Facebook groups are going to be no good for you as a small business owner. In fact, absolutely the opposite. Because if other people are thinking, oh, that means that Facebook groups are no good and I'm not going to start a Facebook group or I'm going to close the Facebook group that I'm running, then there'll be fewer groups. And that means that if you actually want to start a Facebook group yourself to help market your business, then there will be less competition, which is always good news. So, how can a Facebook group actually help you to market your small business online. And I'm thinking here about you actually owning and running your own Facebook group as opposed to posting in other people's Facebook groups. Well, creating a Facebook group and attracting people into it is basically a great way for you to grow a community who get to know, like, and trust you, who can be advocates for you, who can recommend you out to their network, who may very well promote the stuff that you share again out to their network. So, just from that point of view, from, if you like, using word of mouth, amplified word of mouth, then having a Facebook group is a great idea. But also, if you like, it's a way of gathering people together who might very well be potential customers of yours in the future. Now, don't for 1 minute think that starting a Facebook group and people wanting to join the group is an indicator that they are going to want to buy your stuff. That's absolutely not the case. But it may very well be that if they are attracted to the content that you're sharing, to the ethos and the culture that you set up within the group, that they will then love what your business has to offer. And you will find that because these people know, like, and trust you and know the way that you work, then you won't have to have a hard sell when it comes to letting those people know about your next product or service. In fact, you will find that if you run your group in a way where people have a voice and can ask questions and make suggestions, you may very well get all the ideas you need for creating your next product or service actually from the members of your group. Be aware that starting and running a Facebook group is going to require a resource, a time commitment from you. It's going to require you to share content within the group. It's going to require you to encourage other people to speak up and actually have discussion amongst themselves as well. Facebook groups are about growing a community and giving a voice to the people within the community, and not just being an alternative to a Facebook page where you share content and people comment on it and that's the end of it. For a really successful group, you want to empower others. So you could maybe, if a question gets asked, you could maybe actually, once the group is established, you can tag other people who might be great at actually answering that question, so that it isn't always you that is answering the question, for example. And you want to be sharing content that isn't just helping, but is actually encouraging people to come back and ask questions and get a greater depth on the subject. But also ask questions yourself that just encourage people to open up and share and build those relationships amongst themselves as human beings. Your group, whatever the subject is going to be around, does not have to be just based on something to do with your business. You'll have humans in there and they will enjoy coming in and interacting and being human and maybe giving support to each other or challenging each other. They will enjoy that much more if it's a place where they can also chat and maybe have a bit of fun, and have conversations about stuff that are slightly outside of just the immediate business realm. Remember, Facebook is about being social as well. So a Facebook group can be a fantastic way to gather like-minded people together who can be advocates for your business, who might very well become your next clients and customers in your business, but that's not a given. But you don't approach a group the same way as you would approach a Facebook page. So actually having both of them in your business, if you possibly can, is a fantastic way to go for Facebook marketing. When you are thinking about setting up a group, you need to obviously plan some time in on a daily basis to be able to be active within your group. You need to plan what content you're going to share. You need to plan what questions you're going to ask. But most of all, you need to be able to describe and have very clear in your mind's eye what your group is about, who it's for, what the aim is for you, and what the benefits are for the people who join. And that's not to say it can't evolve as time goes on, and some of the best groups probably do evolve. But if you're setting up a group and you are going to encourage people to join, then they're going to want to know what's in it for them, why it's different from a number of different groups that are out there, why it's worth their time and energy coming along, contributing, getting to know the other people in there. So get very clear on that and then plan your content around that. Also think about how you're going to show up in your group. Are you going to be on Facebook Live within your group, for example? Are you going to have Q&A sessions? Are you going to invite other experts into your group to share their expertise maybe? Are you going to run little contests within your group? What's it all going to be about? How's it going to shape up? How are people going to benefit? And ultimately, how would you like it to benefit your business? And you need to play to both of those within your group structure and your group as it goes along. The other thing you will need to think about right from the beginning is the, if you like, the grunt side of the work, the admin side of the work. Who is going to allow people into the group? How are you going to promote the group? And how are you actually going to moderate what is posted within the group? Are you going to ask someone to help you? Because if your group starts to grow very quickly, you'll find that this could actually become an all-day task, actually moderating people who want to join and moderating the content that they post, because sadly you will still get people who just join Facebook groups as a way to share stuff about their business or whatever, and they are ultimately spam. And if they get going in your group, it will decrease any positivity that's going on. It will bring negativity into your group, and you don't want that. So you may want to think about right from the beginning how you plan to have someone help you within the group with the admin side. So there are lots of things to think about. How's it going to contribute to your business? And be very aware, obviously, it's going to take time to build and it's not going to be an instant win. Absolutely not. What's in it for the people who you're going to promote the group to? How are you going to promote your group? What sort of content are you going to share? How are you going to encourage the growth of community? And how are you actually going to share your content within the group? Are you going to make it secret so that people have to be friends with you in order to be able to join and no one can actually see the members of the group? Or are you going to make it closed? You could have an open group, but then people from outside can actually see not only who's in the group, but also what they've posted. So closed groups are usually the way to go. So there's lots of things to think about here, but the plus side is that they can be one of the most amazing tools to grow a community around your business, as community that will uplift and support your business and you, but will also uplift and support all the people within the group. And that's a magical gift. And that can be a massively positive experience for you, for your business, and for everybody within it. So that's what the deal is about Facebook groups. I really hope that this has given you some insights and the gist of what you need to think about if you want to set up a group for your business. If you've got any questions, then please don't hesitate to ask. I would love to answer them for you. And as ever, if you've got ideas for a video that you would like me to create, then please let me know and I'd be only too happy to do so. But until the next video, I'm going to sign off for now. So I'll see you next time. Bye for now.